Welcome back to Taking Stock. Now, as you can see there, the shares of NVIDIA, the graphic chips maker, they are falling in extended trading. This is helping to push the NASDAQ 100 futures down 10 points in after-hours trading. NVIDIA cut its second quarter revenue forecast mainly because of a drop in demand and also delayed development of some new graphics chips, as well as price competition with ATI of AMD. Now, moving from technology, let's talk about Intel this week. It opened a $3.5 billion chip plant in Israel. Also, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway owns a $4 billion stake in Israel's Iskar, the machine tool works company. And so the question is, why are foreign companies looking to invest in Israel despite the obvious geopolitical risks? Now, Zvi Chalamish works for the Israeli Ministry of Finance. He covers the Western Hemisphere, and he's been meeting with some big pension funds and endowments. Zvi Chalamish, welcome to the program. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Explain a little bit about what the economic minister for North America really means. In other words, what is this office that has a variety of outposts in North America? What is the goal of this organization?
We borrow money for the government. Actually, New York, it's the only place in the world that we have an office outside Israel. We borrow money for the government, and we manage our foreign debt here in New York. Since 1952, we sold bonds to private people, to the bonds organization. And since 1990, we issue bonds in the market, in the beginning with the US government guarantee, and since 1995 with our rating.
And what has happened to that rating? Has that progressively gotten better? I mean, we noted in previous programs, for example, Brazil's sovereign debt rating was upgraded this year. What's the situation with Israel's debt?
Few months ago, Fitch and S&P upgraded our rating to A from A-, and a few weeks ago, Moody's upgraded Israel to A1 from A2.
Has this had an effect on the currency? We noted that the dollar has been under pressure from the euro as well as from the pound. What has happened with the Israeli shekel?
Actually, the whole economy is an excellent situation. The shekel is very strong against the shekel and the euro. The economy, in the last 4 years, the economy grew more than 5% in the first quarter, despite the slowdown in the global economy. The economy grew 5.4%. We have a surplus in our budget. We have a surplus in our current account. Actually, only two things went down: unemployment and my salary, because I get paid in dollars.
Okay. All right. Let's turn, though, to some of the activities that you do. You're making presentations to a variety of institutional investors, whether it's Harvard Management or whether it's the Texas Teachers Pension Plan or CalPERS from California. What are you telling them, and what do they want to know about investments in Israel?
We maintain our relation with all the investors. We try to meet each of them every year. We speak with them about the Israeli economy. We give them a presentation. We answer their questions. I can tell you that in 2004, we issued $500 million, and the demand was around $500 million. In 2006, we issued $1 billion, and the demand was 5.5 billion. Because we have more investors. In the same time, also, they are interesting to hear about the economy, about our high-tech industry. So, for example, a few months ago, I went to Texas with venture capitals from Israel, and they presented their funds. I met with other pension funds, and they told me that their first investment, direct investment outside the United States, it's in Israel. So people are very interesting to hear about Israel, about our economy.
Let me ask you, we've got about 30 seconds left. I just want to find out, the shekel, as you said, increasing in value. having any effect on the export-driven economy?
In the first quarter, we had a surplus in our current account. We don't know what will be in the second quarter. Of course, it's not good for our exporter, but we hope, because we have unique products, that the export will continue to grow.
Okay, all right. We're going to have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but I hope you'll come back and tell us more. Zvi Chalamish of the Ministry of Finance of Economic Development here in New York. Thank you very much for the State of Israel. When we come back, utility stocks, should you be buying them? Come back and find out.